Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is Africa Goes Live today from Uganda. Nelson Mugisha from the Lake Chahafi Resort is joining us, and we have a wonderful guest speaker today, Moses Turinawe. Hello, Nelson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Miha? Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Nelson.
I am speaking from Lake Chahafi Resort, and where we offer hospitality. Yeah, we offer hospitality services, and with our property of standalone cottages, 8 in total. 5 are double, standard double with an extra bed, and where 2 are standard twin beds and 1 triple room. We complement the parks of Bwindi and Mgahinga with accommodation, like Moses will be talking to us regarding the activities done. I'm glad to be here and to be on this trajectory of tourism in Uganda.
Thank you very, very much, Nelson. And just quickly also to myself, my name is Michaela Soule. I'm from Germany, basically. I lived and worked 25 years in Southern Africa, and I relocated back to Germany, to the middle of Europe, to Munich, and I'm looking after African properties, Africa destinations. And today we'd like to cover some more on conservation questions. And we have a wonderful guest speaker here today. His name is Moses Turinawe. He is the warden in charge of tourism in the Mgahinga Gorilla National Park under the Ugandan Wildlife Authority. And he has worked in the Mgahinga Gorilla National Park for 9 consecutive years now, heading the tourism department. A very, very warm welcome to you, Moses. Thank you for being here. And I have loads of questions for you today. How are you?
I'm good, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much for joining. Just quickly, before we start with the first question, tell us again where the national parks are found. Bwindi and Mgahinga National Park, please.
Bwindi Impenetrable National Park and Mgahinga Gorilla National Park are found in the southwestern corner of Uganda.
That's perfect. We covered in our first session already some topics. Today, we would like to talk about the briefings, the gorilla trackings, other activities in the parks. And my first question to you today, Moses, is do guests receive a briefing at the Uganda Wildlife Authority or the tracker? Or please, would you describe the meet and greet a little bit and the actual tracking?
Thank you, Miha. Briefing is part of our activities. For every activity that we conduct with tourists, we have to give them a briefing. So depending on which activity the tourists are doing, the briefing varies. And it is the briefing that tells them the do's, the don'ts, and the expectations along that activity. Thank you.
All right. And also, can you explain to us how it works with the trackers? How many trackers are going with a group, and how big are the groups if they go for example, the gorilla tracking, if they do the gorilla tracking activity?
Thank you. One gorilla tracking activity has a maximum of 8 tourists on a group, but depending, it is not necessary that every day the group has to be 8. Sometimes there are 6, there are 5, there are 2, depending on the bookings.
But maximum 8, you said.
Yeah, maximum is 8. So every group has got a lead guide, and then co-guide is 2 or 3. Some of them are armed to protect the visitors against any wild animals along the way, because this is a forested park, and they expect to see animals, to meet animals.
Is it difficult? Also, is it difficult to walk in these parks, Moses? Is the walking difficult? Do we have to be fit?
Of course, we are following the gorillas. We may have trails along, but we have to follow where the gorillas have passed. So some of these places are really rough, but we improvise to find the way where we can pass.
Okay, wonderful. Besides the mountain gorilla tracking, what other activities can visitors experience and book in the national parks? And also important is, how long in advance should guests book these great adventures?
Thank you, Miha. Apart from gorilla tracking, we have a number of other activities. We have golden monkey tracking. We have volcano hiking. We have nature walks, bird watching, and another activity called Battle Cultural Experience or Culture Trail, which is the people who live in the park before they were gazetted, so they share their experience on how they used to survive in the national park with the tourists.
I was about to ask you this in any case, because I believe there were forest people in neighboring communities who used to stay in these forests that were displaced basically during the gazetting of these parks. How has the conservation efforts affected their livelihoods, Moses?
Yeah, thank you. Because these people are living outside and they are vulnerable, so Uganda Wildlife Authority is sort of creating a tourism product where they can earn and also share their culture instead of losing that unique culture with the unknown. So that's how this product was created. And it is the Bapa themselves that guide the tourists along that activity.
Very nice. That's very nice. I'd like to go back a little bit more into the gorilla tracking, because this is, of course, something that we Europeans love to see, and not often, unfortunately, because it's very far away, Uganda, for us, but it's a once in a lifetime experience for any European. And I think everyone needs to at least do it once in their life. So how many people are allowed to track gorillas at one time? I think you said 8, but how long can they stay with the gorillas?
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, there are 8 people in a group, but the Bwindi has got 20 gorilla groups. Mgahinga has 1 gorilla group. So you can multiply by 8 to know how many people you can accommodate in a day. And when they are with the gorillas, they stay with them for 1 hour. It used to be a distance of 7 meters minimum, but because of the COVID pandemic, now it is 10-meter distance minimum. And you have to wear a face mask and follow all the standard operating procedures.
Okay. Do your guests, or do every guest, experience the gorillas always, or is there times when they don't see the gorillas, Moses?
No, gorilla tracking is a must to see. We don't say we don't see our chances, because we send an advanced team of people, trackers. The rangers go in the morning to track, and they got the gorillas and even the golden monkeys. So by the time the visitors set off, we already know where the gorillas are.
Yes. And I believe I read yesterday actually that the Bwindi National Park has experienced a major baby boom in gorillas. Is that right? I'm very excited actually about that.
Yes, it's very right. And since the lockdown in March last year, we have had 19 new births in Bwindi and 1 in Mgahinga. So we have 20 babies. The last census, which was in 2023, and in 2020, had put 2019 had put gorillas at 1,063. So now we have, I think, a higher number than that.
This is absolutely beautiful. Yes, this is very, very good to hear. I'm very glad to hear that the lockdown at least sort of created a baby boom there. That is super nice. Listen, I think this is today all for this session. Again, many, many, many thanks to our great guest speaker, Moses Turinawe. Thank you very much for being with us live today and for all the great information on the different parks that you've given to us. I would now like to hand over to Nelson Mugisha again from Lake Chahafi Resort for the final words. Nelson?
Thank you, Miha. Moses, that was quite insightful to hear about conservation. And yeah, we do not work in isolation. As a hotel found on Lake Chahafi Resort, on Lake Chahafi, and found in the Greater Kisoro in the vicinity of the tourism destination area of Gwindi and Mgahinga. It is always our pride to partner with UWA in terms of bringing these visitors to the national parks. So at our property, we are ready, we are experienced, and we look forward to hosting all these clients who want to have a trip of their lifetime and in tracking mountain gorillas and hiking and all the activities. You are very welcome. Thank you.
I have to join in here again because, you know, for us Europeans, it's also it's a dream come true when we come visit Africa and African countries. It's something that is in our soul that we burn for, and I think everyone needs to have at least once or two times a trip a year to Africa and visit you. So thank you very much, gentlemen, both of you. Thank you so much for your time today, and I'm sure we're seeing each other soon, and I will send lots of people your way. And I hope that lots of people are looking at this video and learn from what we have to say here about the different conservation efforts and activities. Thank you very much, and we will do our next recording soon. Watch the space. Thank you.